Hey guys, welcome back to Micho Makes. My name is Micho. I like to make stuff. Today we've got part number 65 of the Toyota Sprinter Trueno AE86 by DeAgostini. This is the 1/8 scale massive model that we're building together. Without further ado, let's just jump right into this one. Alright, starting off, we've got our cover again, our frames, our parts here, and it looks like pretty similar to what we've been working on before. Has a bump seat and our magazine. Let's take a look at the magazine first. Okay, diving into the book here. Okay, so it looks like we've got the seat again, as we had seen before in the parts. So pretty standard. I think this is basically exactly what we've done previously for the driver's side. But looks like we have another part actually of how to install, looks like the seat belt for the performance buckets. So as we had done with like the steering wheel and everything, giving you the option of installing the racing buckets there, and it looks like there is some work you need to do if you want to input the 5-point harness, just like that. And I actually do have those, so let me grab it real quick. Actually, I'll grab them right after I do this, because I'm tempted to, gosh, I'm not too sure if I want to leave the racing bucket in, or maybe even just leave one racing bucket in, right? Use the driver's seat and then have the other seat being the stock one. Maybe kind of cool. Yeah. We'll grab that in just a second. Okay. So we actually have a really short part for the actual magazine itself. Let me go ahead and let you take a peek at that if you'd like to pause the video and read it. Make sure it's nice and focused for you. But there, it looks like they're talking about the SOAR. And the SOAR came in a couple variations in the States, which was the Lexus SC300 and SC400. Now the 300 had the, I believe it was a 1UZFE V8 engine in it, and no, I'm sorry, correct me. Oh, sorry, let me correct myself. They actually had the SC300, which I think was supposed to be the lower trim, had the 1JZ engine in it, so kind of the predecessor versus the 2J, and then the SC400 had the V8, I believe it was a 2UZFE, or maybe it was a 1UZFE, but V8 engine. It's a little bit power difference, because the 1J, when the SC300 is a inline 6, and then the 1UZFE was the V8 engine that is extremely popular for Toyota. So still really cool car. My dad had one, SC400. So he had I believe it was a 2UZFE. I believe it was in it. I can be wrong. I could be wrong. I can't exactly remember which variation of the V8 was in that. But yeah, super smooth acceleration in a sports car package. Really cool looking car for Lexus that they had produced. And then we had the Aristo, and then the Aristo was, I guess, touted as a kind of a four-door sedan. Really kind of a powerful vehicle, because later on, if you can see right here, it actually did come with the 2J, and the 2JZ GTE. If you guys know, I mean, you should know, but if you don't, no problem. It is the engine that's in the Mark IV Supra, and very, very iconic inline 4, massive engine that can, tuned right, can easily put out 1,000 horsepower in an inline 6 package. So very, very popular engine for Toyota. And this is why when I see Toyota collabing with BMW on the engine for the Mark V Supra, a little disappointed, because I know Toyota can put out engines like that. Maybe it's just not something that's in their best interest at this time. to put out an engine, but I don't know. I would prefer them to see a Toyota engine, but they're making more like the inline 3 engines that are turbocharged and everything to be more fuel efficient, but also I don't know. I can't understand the mentality around it. They really should kind of get back to making engines, powerful engines, but I think a lot of it has to do with emissions more than anything else, because they wouldn't be able to get approval to sell those engines in America if they are too powerful or take too much gas too as well. So enough of me yapping. Let's take a look at the back real quick. Okay, there it is. That's the entire cag. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the part itself. So give me a second, and I'll get this all set up. Okay, starting off, we've all seen this stuff before, but you got the bottom bracket here. We've got this actual seat support, and this part is metal. We've got the actual seat here, a little tight in there. Let me grab some tweezers, and I don't really want to ruin anything, so you can take a look at the details again of this. Super nice. It is rubberized, so there is a little bit of give, but it is actually rubber, so you can see how pliable it is. It is kind of, it is only on the top. The kind of feeling of the fabric texture is only on the top, which is kind of nice. There's that. Got one seat bracket here on the, and this is gonna be obviously where the hand pull for like laying back lumbar, not really lumbar, but being able to adjust the back support there. Got a couple springs right here. And we've got our bracket as well for support. And looks like we have some AM screws, and that's it. So this is gonna go pretty fast because we've done it before, but we'll just go ahead and get it done. And I also want to show off, this is the bucket seat, full bucket seat set that we will take a peek at and probably install at least one of them. Probably the passenger side. I'm sorry, the driver's seat, not the passenger seat. So we'll keep maybe one as the performance seat and one as the kind of the passenger seat, and that'd be kind of fun to set up too as well. So we'll take a look at that in just a second. Okay, starting off pretty simple as what we did before. We just take this bracket, kind of shove it in here, just like so. Actually, if you did it in the right way, it'd be a little bit easier that way. And then pull this back. And got that support in for the seat itself. And then we're going to take this bottom piece here, add these two springs right there on the bottom, and we're just gonna flip this over just like so, and I believe it's like this. It should align, yep, just like that. Yep, should align just like that. And we take the AM screws, like that, and we secure this down. Okay, with that all secured down, you can see the springs are giving, I guess, a little bit of play, a little bit of action, feeling like a seat cushion. But again, as I said before, it could have been done without the springs. I don't know why they included it, but whatever, it's fine. All right, next we're going to get the bracket here and just kind of figuring out the orientation. It is a little bit dummy proof. You can see these ones are up top are wider than these ones at the bottom, so you just got to kind of align top and bottom, right? Oh, that looks incorrect, so it's going to be like just like that. Oh, and actually, see, I'm stupid enough, so you have to flip it over just like that. If they don't align, it's not going to fit. All right, all set with that bracket. Then we're going to take our back piece here and align it with this here, just like that. And we're going to take some more AM screws and secure it down. That looks really good. Oh, it fell over. And now we are going to take this bracket here, secure it to the side just like this. Oh, looks like I jumped the gun on this one. Let's unsecure this one. Looks like I put this one on too early, so I'm going to remove it. This side. Okay, there we go. Looks like a couple extra screws there. Yeah, I didn't miss anything. And there it is. Oops. There is my passenger seat. Complete. Awesome. Let's take a look at the drivers as well. Actually, is this the driver? No, this would be the driver's seat. I'm sorry. Right? Because this is going to be the Japanese side. This is the passenger side. Because that's going to be on this side. Yep. Because these are on the outside. But yeah, there we go. There are our completed stock OEM seats. I'm going to go zoom out just a little bit so you can see them a little bit better. Again, these look so much like the real thing. It's kind of bananas. Just the angles and everything. That looks so cool. All right. We're not done yet. So since there is the assembly guide for the buckets that we have here, let's take a look at them. This is the first time I've seen them. First time you're seeing them too as well. So let's explore it together. Let's actually zoom out a little bit so you can see them. This is the extra that you'd have to buy. And I think they had a very limited quantity of these entire sets. They actually did a timed release, I believe, on these. And unfortunately, I had to go on the secondary market to pick them up. Not cheap, but well worth it in my opinion, because usually these are a little bit more premium too as well. So let's take a look at this together. Oh yeah, look at these buckles. And I hope everything is there. Yep, it looks like it. Looks like everything's there. Because I did buy this from somebody else. It looks like the seats are there too, so let's pull them out. I always try to buy the stuff from the manufacturer. If I can't, it's going to be through like an authorized reseller. But sometimes with exclusive stuff like this that you just can't get from anywhere else, you have to kind of go third party. And unfortunately, I had to kind of go that route for these. Now, one thing I did notice is that in the packaging, you can see that there's a lot of the dust left. Oh, that's not really good. Look at that. You can see kind of a flaw there. Don't really like that too much. I'm not too sure what I can do about that, but maybe, again, I was planning on using one of these just in the driver's side. So maybe that one will be, this one will not be used. And I'll use this one. But we'll probably put the seatbelts on both of them. Then we've got the bracket here. And a bracket here. More buckles and screws, AP screws and some buckles. What screws are these? BP screws. And looks like ARM screws too as well. And again, I didn't show you these. Here are seats with the buckles there too as well. Some gaskets, it looks like. Make sure these are in focus for you can see. There you go. So that's that. Some more buckets here, or sorry, buckles here, as well as some support pieces. And then looks like tape, double-sided tape with some more buckles here too as well. So let's take a look at the instructions and see what we're supposed to do. All right, so I kind of figured out the beginning steps at least. We have a few different sizes of belts that we're going to be working with. We have 60 millimeter, we have 70 millimeter, and then we have 140 millimeter. The 60 millimeter, there's the most of, so they're kind of smaller, and we'll be working on those a lot. We have the only two 70 millimeter ones that we have to kind of keep in mind, and then only about four 140 millimeter ones. But initially what we're going to have to do is put on these stickers, the double-sided sticky tape, on every single one of these, at least on the top sides, on one end here and one end here at the beginning. I believe these 60 millimeter ones actually get one on the other side too as well, just one on the other side, but we're going to just start with adding in two here. But I might think about not putting on this side, the opposite side yet, but I know for a fact on one of these, just like this, there's gonna be one on here, because there's gonna be a lot of actually folding over. So you're basically creating these contact points with these buckles here. So you're folding this over just like that, and then the tape will stick to the belt like that and create the loop where the buckle and stuff will go. So let's do a little time lapse. Ooh, what was that? Well, let's do a little time lapse here, and get all these done, just to do the preliminary on one side, because each one of these will have at least on one side on all of them, and then I believe these ones get another one on just one on the other side. But I'm not going to mess with that one yet. I'm just going to put it on each side here. So we'll go ahead and get set up and get started. Okay, that's it. Got them all done here. I did have one that kind of strayed off, and the little pad came off prematurely, but it's okay. It's still sticky. We'll be able to get it done. But one thing that's curious is that I used up most of the sheets, and it said that we have some that might need on the backside. I'm not too sure. Yeah, kind of strange. But I just followed the directions that I have outlined here. So let me show you real quick. And each one of those has the white tape on it, just like that. So got that all done. First things first, I'm gonna move these longer ones out to the 140 and 70 millimeter, and we're gonna take one of these buckles here. So it's this one right here. Go ahead and zoom in again. Really cool kind of racing buckles. Let me take a peek at that. Like that's really good detail. We're gonna take these, and we're gonna take one of these shorter ones, like this. And I'm trying to figure out the orientation so that I get this done correctly. So it looks like we just take this buckle here, stick it in through here, and then we gotta make sure this is removed. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm just double checking this to make sure I'm doing it the right way. Okay, we have the buckle down just like that. There. Let's make sure this is actually in focus for you. There it is. Got the buckle there. We take off this tape here, and the sticky part gets left on there. You orient it just like so, and then we just fold it down. There you go. You've got the buckle attached just like that. And we're going to do this for 4 of these shorter ones. All right. There you go. And you flip them over. I'm just orienting them as I see it in the book instructions here. So you flip them over just like that. Okay, cool. Okay, next we're going to take these buckles here. So we'll move these 4 out the way here. These buckles here. And looks like there's 4 buckles here. We take these ends down here, flip it over. I'm trying to figure out the orientation to make this look as good as possible. Okay. So you see how there's on these is the rounded part up here. It's very slight rounded part, and not rounded, like a flatter part right there. I'm looking in to see if there's any major differences beyond that. No. But it looks like we start down here. Take the piece here. Just like so. Okay. So we take it or have it oriented just like this with the round part on top. We go through the bottom portion of the buckle. Just like that. Pull it through a little bit more. Make the bend back in through this one. Oh, no. Okay, okay. I see. Okay. So this is actually, whew, got almost screwed it up there. We leave these ones alone. Looks like we're taking the brand new ones right here. Okay. And we're going to do it on this side. Whew, that almost was really bad. Okay. Okay, sorry. So we're going to take a new one of the smaller strap here, and we're going to do that. So we're going to push it through this bottom portion here, roll it back over this direction, through here, and then we have a tape here, and then we attach it down. Yeah, so then we take one tape here. Let's push this in just a little bit more in this direction. Down here. And then attach it down. Good. All right. Oh, I might have actually put that buckle on incorrectly. So it's round on top right there. Yeah, I might have actually flipped this around, so let me redo this one real quick. I'll actually pull it this way. There we go. Okay. Perfect. So flat side on this side with the tape. And then if you flip it over this direction, did I screw that up again? Hold on. Let me do this again one more time. And we will actually go through this side. But it doesn't want to stick. Okay, got those on there. And then the next is the 70 millimeter ones, and they're going to get, I believe, this buckle right here. Kind of strange looking there. This metal buckle just like that, and it just goes on one of the ends of the medium length. So we'll just use this one right here. Okay. Set with that, and then last but not least, we got the super long ones, and then they're gonna get these smaller buckles too. Okay, got all the straps done. Let's take a look at the next page. Okay, next up we're going to be actually utilizing some of these pieces here. Looks like we're taking, this is the base kind of piece here. It's got a little bit kind of ridges in there. And you can kind of see the orientation of how it wants to be here. I'm going to just make sure it's in focus for you. You can see it. You can see these kind of ridges here, and you can obviously kind of tell which one's the bottom buckle right there, and then the foretop right there. And then I guess this is adhesive, or I'm not too sure. I don't think so. Maybe. Oh yeah. Oh yes, it is an adhesive. Okay. So it looks like we take these metal pieces here. Okay. And we insert that right here. And the orientation is, should be it. Then we take this piece here. And then we just kind of lay it on top. I'm trying to see if there, oh yeah. So it looks like this is keyed as well. You can see that little key there. And then this is not keyed. The buckle piece is not keyed right there, so we just need to insert it like so. Oh yeah, there it goes. Just like that. And then we take one of these pieces here, and they're stuck together. And I think we do stick this on. So I don't know if there is a layer. Oh yeah, okay. There is a layer, sticky layer. Don't come off. There it goes. Does work. I'm trying to decipher the back side or the front side. Okay, yeah, it looks like it goes on the back side, so. Oh yeah, okay, that goes just like right here. Just like that. And we're set for this one. Just do the same thing on this side. All right, got the two front buckles done now. Next step. Okay, next step is actually taking the one with the 70 millimeter one with the flat piece there, and this one actually gets oriented. Oh, look at that! That kind of came loose. Push this down. This one gets actually oriented on this bottom buckle right here, because you can kind of see how these are kind of four grouped, and then this one's kind of the outlier. This is the bottom one, kind of where your crotch is. So the orientation is with this tag up. We flip it over just like that. It gets insert just like this. We take this tape off and fold it over. Just like that. We'll do the same thing on this other side. So we'll flip it over. Find the other one. Orientation just like this. there you go. Okay, next, if we leave them in the kind of same orientation, just like here, we're going to take, and this is the orientation that I am seeing on here. Let me just double check and make sure I'm seeing these pictures correct. So let's just do one first. Looks like if you lay it out just like this, got this one actually pointed up in this direction, and this is a small one. Then this one is pointing down in this orientation because they're all with the tape up. And then two more, but this is actually the strap one, so these ones right here. And then this one goes hip here. And this one goes right here. So just like in this orientation, these will get inserted right here. So let's just do that real quick. Okay, got that one done. All right, let's get the other one done as well. Okay, second set done. So it looks like from this orientation, let's just take a look real quick. We then attach these ones, these guys here, to this one. And let's see here. It looks like I might have gotten these backwards then too as well. So I might actually adjust these because this round one right there, that should be in this orientation here. And then this flat one should be at the top. So let me just adjust these real quick. Hopefully I don't stick them down too much and can still get it out. Okay, sorry. See how much different that's going to look. It would annoy me if it was the other way around. Because basically what we do is when we take one of these, and then this one gets attached to this side here. So just like this. Got some room on this flat side here. Pull it up. There. Just looking like that. And you see the round part on the buckle in front and then the flat part in the back. Yeah, that would really annoy me if I had left it. So I'm going to do it for the rest of these. The rest of them I kind of screwed up on. And I'll bring it back because you don't need to watch that. Okay, it took a little bit of time to get that fixed, but looks way better with the buckles where they're kind of supposed to be oriented. It would bug me, again, as I said, it would bug me if I left it like that. But got it done. All right, next part, we are actually taking a seat here. Let me zoom out, actually. And we are going to be just kind of laying this in here. We're going to put this through here first. Oh, you can take the seat. But I didn't even know you could do this. Taking this off. You take this here. Slide that through that. Oh, okay. Slide it through here, and we take an AP screw. Find this tangle of little tabs. AP screw. Oops, and that slid out. Attach into the bottom just like this. Okay, and we take one of these here. I don't think they have a designation of right or left, so you just take one of these. And it looks like we place it just like this. Like that on the bottom, okay? We'll do the same thing with the other side. I'll put this over here. Grab this other one. It's oriented correctly. Okay, that's set. And then we take this piece, jam it down here. Good. It looks like we just kind of placed this other one on just like so. And we use a couple AP screws to secure the back. Okay. After securing the back, we take these arms and we place them through here. Hopefully they fit. It looks kind of tight. If we get it at an angle. Actually, I'm going to use my tweezers. Yep. Good one. Two. Okay, and with those set, like we're grabbing the seat rails, and I don't think there's a right or left designation. They look the same. I don't see an R or an L, so we're just gonna grab one, and it looks like it's that orientation there. Obviously the bar is gonna be in the front. Yeah, there's no designation. Could be using the BP screws. Where'd those go? They're a little hard to get these aligned correctly because they're kind of floating. Well, you can kind of see how that's floating. My alignment might just be off just a little bit. There it is. There it was. There, now we're biting. Okay, we'll just kind of get that threaded a little bit with the opposite corner. Oh, okay. So I didn't screw up per se, but didn't set this in correctly just because we got these oriented like so. Totally fine. These are gonna stay back here. Let's pull these back to make sure. Oops, just popped it out. Okay, good. Let's pull this back out. But these ones, these lap ones, go through these holes here, obviously. But you're supposed to screw these in on the side, down here on the bracket right there. All right. And then for the sticky on the back of this, you're supposed to take the sticky off and then place the buckle right there and just kind of stick it on. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to, I like it kind of like naturally like just drop in there, but there is that seat complete. These are not attached just yet, but I'll go ahead and get the other one done too as well. Tighten that one down a little too much and whoops, busted a little bit. It's okay. It's not actually like holding anybody. Cool. All right, so we got the two seats here. Let's get it repositioned. Actually, the camera repositioned a little bit. Got the two seats here, and that is complete. I know we have some extra screws that we're going to be using the next time. These BP and arm screws, I'll go and make sure that these stick with the seats themselves. And then we have these four kind of little black tabs here too. Got some more AP screws as well. Let's grab another little small bag to collect these, but I'll talk while I get these together. But yeah, that is the bucket seats complete. Kind of a little special part that we had today. Again, I'm probably going to do something kind of strange where I have the driver's seat being the bucket, and then the passenger seat, I believe this is the driver's seat, will be the the passenger seat will be the OEM one. I think it's kind of cool to be like that, where it's almost like a half daily driver, half racing car, where you can have a passenger still too as well. I think that would be kind of a cool setup. I'll use a nice one too as well. But yeah, that is this part complete, part number 65 of the Toyota Sprinter Trueno AE86 by DeAgostini. I want to thank you guys for sticking with me. Again, this is more of an involved part because that bucket seat took a long time with all the straps and everything to get done. It took a real long time to do. But I'm glad it's done. Ready to get installed. I think that's what we're probably going to be doing on the next one. It's probably doing installation, get everything set. But again, I want to thank you guys for joining me today. If you haven't had a chance to, leave a like, a comment, a subscribe. It really helps me and get the channel kind of growing in the right direction. But let's take a look at the next part right there. And that looks like more interior trim parts. Make sure you can see that. Let me use a quick Google Translate on this thing and take a look and see what it says here. Oh yeah, so these are like the seat guides. So it was just kind of the brackets we had, but these are the guides that are going to be at the bottom of the seats themselves. So look forward to that one in part number 66. But I want to thank you guys again for joining me today. But thanks again for joining me today. I really do appreciate you sticking with me on this long process. But it was a really good one today. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.